What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Fit Parent Podcast. It is your host, Tyler Porto, and today I have a great topic for you today. Just kind of not, I wouldn't say, hopefully this inspires you. I really do. I really hope this topic today inspires you. Because it's like, I don't know. The topic of it is life is too short, and I really wanted to kind of just dive into it and just like well, my grandmother passed away a couple days ago. It was the 20 um what was it? It's like I think it was the 25th or 26th of January. Let me take a look at the calendar. Yeah, it was the 25th. 82 years old, and she passed away. So the reason why I wanted to talk to you today is because life is too short. Like whenever we're kids, we go through the motion, yeah, and I see my kids like growing up and like going through life and just everything's a game, everything's funny, everything's hilarious. And that's how pretty much most kids grow up as in even you might have grown up like that. You didn't think about death or you didn't think about as you getting older, going to work or having a mortgage or having bills, right? We didn't think about that stuff. Only thing that we thought about is when school's going to end and when can we go home and play video games or play outside or just do something that doesn't involve going to school. And when the summertime hits, we just kind of roam the neighborhood, right? Getting into stuff that we shouldn't be getting into as kids growing up. But when you get older, you realize that life is too short. And even like guys, even going back to my story, like going back to me losing my son in 2015, like you just don't realize how short this life is, right? You don't realize that. And I know that a lot of people, they just kind of they treat themselves poorly. And I really want to kind of turn this into a hey, let's treat yourself type, better type of podcast because you don't know when the last day that you'll have on this earth. And that's the point. As you get older, more people die, more people pass away, whether it's accidental, whether it's natural causes, whether it's some tragic situation, like people pass away, right? And I know, like when you think about like you never know when your time is coming. I get that. Okay, I'm a firm believer that because no one knows, only God knows, right? But I will say this: you still have an option, and you still have a choice. And what is that choice? That choice is that how you treat your body can dictate the longevity of it. And I'm a firm believer that like how you treat your body today will dictate on how your body is 10, 15, 20 years from now or when you're older. Or if you can actually tack on maybe an extra 5 or 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know. But I do know this is that, you only have one life. Why worry about your health? Why should that be an issue? If you have the power to control your health and you have the power to control how you treat your body. If you have that power, then why not take advantage of that? Let that be something less that you have to worry about, right? Because we're already stressing about everything, anyways, right? Stressing about work, stressing about family, how we're going to pay our bills, and now our health needs to be the last bit of it. And I wanted to kind of do this podcast to remind you that if you're struggling right now, it's never too late, first and foremost. I had a client, Dave. And Dave is like an OG. He met him. Me and my wife went to Mexico, met him and a group of amazing people. Amazing people. And technically everybody in the group lost weight, actually. But the thing is, when Dave reached out, he was scared. Okay. He was in his 50s, mid 50s, and he was worried. He was scared. And he needed to change because he had a doctor visit. Okay. And I know that's scary. That is scary as you're getting older. And he was overweight and having knee troubles and out of breath, out of shape, couldn't do everyday tasks, things like that. The everyday things, right? But guys, I just want to let you know that like Dave came to me and asked for help because he didn't know how to do it on his own. He's tried other things. He tried to do it on his own, and he couldn't get past that hurdle. And I know that on previous podcasts, I talked about, paying attention, what you pay for, you pay attention to. And of course, he invested in himself, invested in me as his coach, and he was able to lose over 70 pounds. I say that to say this. Do you think that Dave is going to have the health issues that he would have had if he was still up 70 pounds? Like, give him another 10 years. If he was still 70 pounds heavier, how much and what toll that would have taken on his body and his organs? Like, just think about that. Like, that's 70 freaking pounds. If you don't know what 70 pounds extra feels like, grab a 70-pound vest. All right. If you're near my house, I'll let you borrow. I think mine goes up to 80 pounds. I have an 80-pound vest. But that does just imagine like what that could do to your body as you're toting that around on a consistent and constant basis. So, and you may be listening to this podcast, you may not need to lose 70 pounds. Okay. Well, then I would say this podcast isn't for you, but it is for you. Okay. If you don't have to lose 70 pounds, you still may have some health issues. It could be 20 pounds. It could be 30 pounds, or maybe you just, you want to create a healthy lifestyle so that you don't end up gaining weight as you get older. I have a couple 30-year-olds. I'm 33 years old. I'll be 34 this year. So, health is a little bit different for me than someone trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to maintain and sustain my healthy lifestyle. But maybe you're starting out and you don't have that lifestyle. Maybe you've never exercised on a routine basis, but you want to create a healthy lifestyle. And that's what it's all about. Because again, I'm going to reiterate, life is too short, guys. It really is. You don't know when your last day is going to be, right? You don't know how long you're going to live. But if there is one thing that you have the power to control, let that be your longevity, right? If you have the power to give you an extra X amount of years, wouldn't you want to take that power? Wouldn't you want to take that chance and correct your habits so you can live longer, to see your kids grow up, to see your grandkids, to have a better relationship with them? And also whenever you get older, not having people to take care of you because you couldn't take care of yourself. Like, think about that. And hopefully that hits home. I really do. And if it does, shoot me a message and let me know today's episode hit your heart, hit your feels, and got you to thinking, because that's the type of podcast that I wanted to create. And I've been thinking about this over and over again. And there's so many damn fitness podcasts out there, and it's like talking about the same random stuff. And even I'll get in the routine. You may hear a couple of podcasts where I'm talking about the 5 favorite foods to eat if you're trying to lose weight. But I don't want to talk about that all the time. I want to talk about real shit. I'm talking about like what it can do to change your life, like things like that. I'm talking about my life, my story, my struggles. Okay, because we all have them. And when the more that I share with you, then maybe something that I say, maybe not today, maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's 100 podcasts from now, that something will spark an inspiration in you. And that's what I hope to instill. I just don't want to be another fitness little meathead, fitness podcast talker. It's because I appreciate everybody that watches the live, or I appreciate everybody listens to the podcast. I really do, because you're taking the time to listen to me talk. And that means a lot. It really does. And that's why I continue, because as long as I got one download, that's all I need. One download to change one person. That's all the motivation that I need to keep on doing it, to keep on pushing out these podcasts, pushing out these topics. So with that being said, I'm going to end on that note, guys. If you're feeling like you need help, excuse me, if you feel like you need help, you need guidance, you don't know where to start, you struggle in the past, you tried it on your own, you tried this program, that program, keto, intermittent fasting, Atkins, Weight Watchers, you tried all these things and nothing seems to stick for you. All right, reach out. I can help you. All right. You don't have to start my program. Reach out and I'll see if I can help you. I can guide you. All right. Because I know for the reason why I'm very confident that my program works and I'm not pushy on my program. Yes, if you ask questions, if you want help, I'm here for you. Right. All the coaches that we have are here for you. But we know that our advice is going to go one ear and out the other. That's the way that people process information. Okay. Because what I tell people is the same stuff you can find on the internet. The exact same stuff. It's just coming from my voice and not a Google sheet or something like that, or a document. So if you have a question or if you're struggling with something, reach out to me. I would love it. I'll give you my insight, my input. And if you are curious about my program and our program, if you want to work with myself or one of the other coaches, you can do that as well. All right. Because our job is to change lives for the better and hopefully make an impact on the world because we definitely need it. We definitely need it. So that's it for today's episode, guys. I hope you got some value. Y'all know the drill. Stay fit, stay strong, coach.